Hello? Hello?
Give me a B.
B.
Give me an R.
R.
Give me a Y.
Y.
Give me an A.
No.
A.
Give me an N.
Purple.
What's that spell?
Your mom!
Oh no, you went there. You denigrated my mom's
You
name.
darn.
I didn't.
Darn.
How do you know I was talking about your mom?
Oh.
Could we
You're
talk about Brian's mom?
Are you
Could we
talking
talk
about-
about the Buffalo's mom?
Or the listener's mom.
You had a
the
listener's mom?
listener's mom?
Fun fact, all of our listeners have the same mother.
What?
That's uncomfortable because my dad is among the listeners. I don't believe you, Joe.
Oh.
That is neither a fact nor is it fun.
But I read it on Facebook.
I wish pizza was vegan in other news. Today's just terrible.
I wish pizza was vegan in other news.
Yeah, once you have the vegan chicken, you'll never want to go back
I'll
to
eat
it.
it.
Vegan chicken's like reserved for going out though. Like I don't just have vegan chicken laying around. Like I don't got that vegan chicken money.
But in the year 2040, we'll all be eating vegan chicken all the time.
I don't believe you.
Is
The-
vegan
yes.
chicken, does it taste like real chicken?
It tastes
It can.
astoundingly like real chicken.
It
at least the one
depends
we
on
had
the
there.
brand you get.
Oh,
Because
snap.
cause Morningstar makes patties that are kind of just like chicken patties,
Oh.
but it's just soy. And like most of the time, a lot of what you taste is the seasoning. So they season it like it's chicken, and then it tastes like chicken.
Snap.
And it's so good. And then other
Guys,
things actually like feel like chicken, look like
They
chicken.
might be changing my life. You give me some vegan chicken, and it's good enough.
Welcome back to the Vegan Podcast. Welcome back to Can You Not? I'm Joe. I'm not a vegan, but I do some vegan things.
Wait, huh?
Hmm?
You do some vegan things.
I do some vegan things.
I thought vegan things meant like all vegan.
Well, like you can have a vegan meal and not be vegan.
Okay.
The meal is no less vegan if
Yeah.
you ate a chicken leg earlier that day.
Like I'll try to avoid cheese if I have the option not to. That kind
You
of
mean you
stuff.
try to avoid cheese if you have the option to?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Brian, would you like to introduce yourself? What's your name?
My name is BRYA Purple,
It's true.
and I am not a vegan nor a vegetarian,
Mm-hmm.
but I want to get hip. They're going to get me hip.
I'm Amber. I am in fact vegan.
And she wants some vegan tennis shoes, running shoes.
Yeah,
For
for
Christmas.
Christmas. I'm wearing vegan shoes right now. Check it.
That is raw.
I know! They're so cool. This
And
is
they
the most
actually are
expensive
nice.
pair of shoes I
And they
own.
actually are nice.
Like, I like them.
Thanks. I like it.
I would wear those.
These are a year old too. They still look pretty nice. I mean,
Yeah.
they're fraying a little bit.
I would
guess
wear
so.
them.
Yeah, I don't think they'd fit your feet, but yeah.
Well, you're right. Yeah,
There's a
I wear
website
size
called
13.
There's a website called Moo Shoes.
Moo shoes?
Moo Shoes, like cow moo
Yeah.
shoes.
Like Moose Shoes Pork.
Moo shoe.
No, not like Moo Shoe pork.
Like Mushu the dragon.
but spelled different. No, yeah, they have vegan shoes. They're cool.
Do they have them in a size 13?
You know what? Let's do some research.
What colors do
We're
they
never gonna
have?
start this
We're never gonna
episode.
start the podcast. They
Moo
have
shoes.
all of them.
Oh,
Look,
they
see?
got wingtip. Oh,
They got-
I'm about to
I
give
feel
me
like
some
you like
moo.
those.
Oh, yeah. Oh, snap. I'm getting vegan clothes, and I'm not a vegan. Oh, I like it.
Oh, those are all women's. Here, let's go women's.
Oh, snap.
You can get those.
Oh,
There. These are all like dress shoes. and
What?
stuff. Those are cool.
these are dope. Oh,
Those are cool.
oh.
I feel like all
Once again,
They have Jesus sandals. Oh, snap.
once again, another episode where we're
Just-
looking at things and reacting to
I'm
them.
just gonna send
And
this
no
to
one
you,
knows what the hell is going
Ryan.
on.
I'm just gonna give this to you real
Ah,
quick.
I wish y'all knew. One of these days, we're going to take a picture of my vegan shoes that I'm going to order from Amber.
They're not
And we
for
can
me.
put them on our page.
You're gonna have your Warby Parker glasses, your vegan shoes.
Oh, and that sound you heard was the sound of vegan shoes.
Our theme today is not veganism, although maybe we should do an episode on that.
I tried.
like
I
that.
tried to do that.
Can
as
we
a
do it
topic once.
after I have this vegan meal?
Sure. Yeah. Brian reacts.
We can live podcast just the sounds of us chewing.
Just like we need to do our VR video, but every time.
Just like we need to do a drunk episode. What's
And
wrong with
How about
us?
this? How about this?
How about we do them all at once?
Yes! Virtual reality
No.
drunk vegan episode.
Hold on though. Because if we keep going as scheduled, our last episode of the year will be our 50th episode. Our
Oh my God.
Can You Not Awards 2016.
We will do them
think
all at the same time.
At least I think we should be drunk when we do this for 50th episode.
Drunk
Gotta do
vegan. Can we do at least those two?
But see, the problem is that it gets harder to be
Vegan
when you're drunk, especially if you're not used to it, because then you just want chicken. I was in the route the other day, and I literally heard somebody describe herself as a sober vegetarian, because when she's drunk, she's not a vegetarian.
Oh, our theme this week is actually sleep. Sleep. The thing none of us probably get.
Nope.
So I was reading an article on the Washington Post.
Breaking news. Joe can read.
And it says, Americans don't sleep enough, and it's costing us $411 billion. So obviously I was like, okay, you got me interested.
How much?
Yeah, $411 billion.
In America.
Well, in the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, Germany, and Japan alone.
Oh.
Can I guess?
But
I guess
how
why?
often?
Would you like to
per
guess?
I
year?
want to guess why. Okay,
Okay.
so I bet it has to do with less productivity and more mistakes that need to be fixed later, and also when you are working in hazardous conditions, which oftentimes people who do not get enough sleep work overtime in hazardous conditions, that ends in injuries, and then the injuries also have to be paid for instead of the damaged equipment.
You are very close. It says these costs are primarily the result of productivity losses. An estimated 1.23 million missed working days per year from the U.S. workforce. A lack of proper sleep can weaken the immune system, increase the risk for infectious disease, and cause fatigue and depression, all of which can lead to absenteeism. And a 10% increased risk of mortality, which also cuts down on the workforce prematurely as a result of lost sleep. Oh, and
Say
actually,
bye.
it is 411 billion in just the U.S. I'm sorry, I misread that.
Okay, but how often? What is the time frame
I
in
think
which
that's
we
Every year.
every
Yeah, every year it's claiming.
Christ.
So I think that's kind of interesting. I didn't realize that's still like it's kind of a random estimation rather than like hard actual data, because you can't quantify how much we're gonna lose for sure from lack of sleep.
Yeah, cause and effect.
But
is
one
hard.
thing that did bring to mind is that accident that happened probably a week ago now.
Where I was late for
With the
work because
kid.
I slept in too late. That one.
Not quite.
No,
a little
okay.
bit more depressing than
Okay,
that. The kids that were in that accident with the school bus driver. Yeah, and then I think it was like 6 kids died, and they're saying that lack of sleep was most likely the main cause of that car accident.
Interesting.
They killed 6 elementary school kids
That's not good.
because he had 2 jobs.
Well, I say this all the time. Like those truck drivers, the way
Yeah.
they say like, oh well, we want you to go at your own pace, but they give you bonuses if you go on no sleep and just pump yourself up on NyQuil and go through the night, which is why we need self-driving.
NyQuil.
NyQuil made you sleep.
Oh, I mean,
I think you mean
Dayquil.
cocaine.
I meant yeah. I don't know. I said
NyQuil and cocaine.
I don't know. I said NyQuil. For some reason, I thought NyQuil.
I
but,
thought he meant Dayquil for a second.
I was different.
Cocaine?
But here's the thing: is like this is why self-driving automobiles would be fantastic, because
So
then
I
we
could
could just
sleep in the
We could
car.
just Uber everywhere.
We could Uber everywhere. What do you think about all this, Amber?
About Ubering everywhere?
Yeah, but
Because let me tell you about Ubering everywhere. I already came up with a drinking game that I'm gonna play when the self-driving
no.
cars happen, because there are subways everywhere. So every time you see a subway, you gotta take a drink, like when you're on the highway. I'm sorry, that wasn't the question though. What do you want to know?
although whoever gets to be a random passenger with Amber in a self-driving Uber is gonna have a hell of a
It's
time.
gonna be great. Why'd they be random? Why wouldn't it be with somebody who I know?
Well, I could see them taking it on like where you just have it like a taxi service. almost like an
Yeah,
automated
but then
taxi
wouldn't
service
they
that could
run
pick you up.
like kind of like a train if they're running like a specific route and multiple people
Well,
can
I
get
could see
in.
that happening too.
I was thinking, like, on my way to a music festival, I'm going to be in the car for, like, 8 hours.
Oh yeah, that's true too. Oh,
I
that'd
would
be great.
hopefully be with people who I know, because I don't really want to be with people I don't know for 8 hours.
Right. So this is actually a great time for this announcement. We're auctioning off tickets so you can go and be a random passenger in Amber's car at a music festival.
We're going to Nelsonville this year. It's only like a
Oh,
3-hour drive, though.
Yeah.
James, and Brian were random people in my car when we did that
that's
one time.
true. That's true. And that
We
was
found
a
all
lot
the
of fun.
Subway
The
gift
other
cards.
Brian?
Yeah, the other Brian.
Okay.
Hi, Brian.
I was like, huh? I was?
Yeah, it was so random that you don't remember it
Right.
at all.
But circling back really fast, as far as the sleep deprivation goes, the reason why I thought it caused injuries is just because, as a person who's worked, at least very specifically with touring bands and their crew to put up and tear down shows, they're moving around so much. I don't know when they sleep. Like, I don't know how they keep their lives together. And most of the time they're chain smoking the whole time we're working to, like, stay awake and stuff. But, like, I can imagine something like that. Like, I feel like they're working on muscle memory because it's the same show, like, every night. But I feel like if you were working a high-intensity job like that and you had to work such strenuous hours, it could get really dangerous. Because stagehanding can be really dangerous with, you're working with, like, however many pounds of truss, you know, that you're flying up and down. You have to make sure everything's right. So that wouldn't surprise me. I'm interested if there's, like, an injury statistic that's related to...
Well, I know that this was probably like 3 weeks ago, but a sleep deprived Brian set his thumb on fire at work.
What?
Oh, no.
Yeah, that was a pretty interesting time. I had one of those sternos where it's like this pink gel stuff instead of like a wick that comes out. And I got the pink gel stuff on my thumb. And then when I went to light it, I lit my thumb as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's terrible.
it was pretty terrible.
But on the plus side, you give me a great idea for a new competitive sport.
Oh,
It's called fire thumb wrestling. Both players light their thumbs on fire, and they fight until they don't have a thumb anymore.
and by the time you declare a thumb war,
Yeah.
it's over.
Yeah.
Because you no longer have a thumb.
I mean, I think we talked about this once before on the show a while back. The idea that, like, even schools that tested out and had an hour later for start time, like, say, like, a lot of schools start at 8 o'clock and they start at 9 o'clock instead, they said grades were
Way high.
way higher. And maybe that would change over time if students got used to it, because maybe then they would stay up later or something like that. But within the bubble of those tests that they've done, it's certainly increased productivity in schools. So it doesn't seem, I don't know, should workplaces just have later starting times? Like, what's the solution here? Or should people just be better about getting to bed on time?
Well, I feel like a lot of the people who have this issue are either people who work in jobs that it literally doesn't let them have better sleep schedules, or they work more than one job.
Yeah.
Because I feel like once you get up into the really fancy jobs, like where my roommate works, you can literally go in and you can go to work whenever you want. You just have to, like, I don't remember what the requirements are. Like, you're required to work a certain number of hours a day and that kind of stuff, but you're allowed to go in pretty much whenever you want. At least is how I understand it. So, like, just that sort of leniency for when people can come in. Because if you can get it done, unless you're, like, meeting with people and stuff, I don't think it should matter. But
does that beg the problem that this whole inability to help this sleep deprivation is a classist issue, where we're affecting the people who are working the, like, factory jobs and
Working their way
jobs.
through school.
Yeah,
I feel
working
like
their
it's
way
more
through
of an
school.
effect of that. And then the other things to keep in mind are that flashing screens and blue lights can really mess with your sleep hygiene. And we're constantly around those. Like, people fall asleep with their TVs on. And then,
I know I do.
yeah. And then on top of that, there's actually been studies and things that I've read that say that sleeping straight through the night and then being awake straight through the day isn't actually how people are supposed to work.
Napping.
You're supposed to... for a while, I don't remember how long ago, but it was actually really commonplace to get up around like 3 a.m. and like read a book or go visit with people for an hour and then go back to bed.
Really?
Like you're supposed to have, like you're not supposed to, but it was common to have an area of wakefulness like in the middle of your sleep time because people I think are function best when they sleep in 4-hour increments.
Like a reverse siesta. Isn't that a thing though?
A
Like,
break from your sleeping.
yeah, like
I need a break from this nap.
don't they kind of have that in some country? Like in Spain, they have like the
don't-
siesta hour sometimes where you can like go off and like take a nap or something like
I
that in
need
the
one
middle
of
of the
those
day.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, but I think it's just the idea of breaking your sleep up. Like, I've just heard that is like a way that works better psychologically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, this explains a lot in the fact that Donald Trump says he only sleeps like 4 hours a night, which probably means his brain
He's gonna
is broken.
break everything,
Yeah.
so we can put it all on sleep deprivation. So however much money we lose because of the Trump administration.
Isn't that wonderful?
Hooray!
Yay!
So I googled "can plants sleep" because I was just kind of wondering, cause it's about sleep, and they don't sleep, but they do have a circadian. Is that right? Circadian rhythm. And the circadian rhythm is how like you know when to be awake and when to be asleep, and it's how you're always tired at 2:00 for like no reason, and it's awful, and then you have to like wake back up again and that kind of stuff. So plants also have a circadian rhythm, and it's based on the 24-hour light dark cycle that the Earth has, and it has to do with it. Like plants are able to turn photosynthesis off and like back on again, and when it's off, they're able to focus on like plant growth and stuff. Thought that was kind of cool. So, like, next time I tell somebody I'm a vegan, and they're going to be like, but plants sleep! Will you eat something that sleeps? And I'll be like, no, they have a circadian rhythm. It's different. That would be great. Another fun fact is that night terrors are different than nightmares.
So what are night terrors and what are nightmares?
Night terrors occur, I think, during REM sleeps. They only occur during the first 3 to 4 hours. Oh, non-REM sleep. The first 3 to 4 hours of non-rapid eye movement sleep. And nightmares are just bad dreams, basically.
I thought nightmares was just like a term for nocturnal horses or something.
I'm so upset with everything.
And
So
wait,
do all animals sleep? What?
and do they have circadian rhythms?
I saw a thing. I think everything. I think lots of things have cycles that have to do with how the day works. But I did see another thing that said all animals do sleep, like insects sleep. I'm trying to imagine, like I feel like most of them don't even have eyelids, so I don't know
So
how.
how
they
do
sleep.
sharks sleep if they have to be constantly moving?
And if
Let
you're
me
a
look.
fly, like if you sleep, you're wasting like 1/4 of your life.
Well, it depends on how long they sleep. Do sharks sleep? Found about.com education. Okay, so it says that it's sort of true that sharks will die if they stop moving. Oh God, it's talking to me. I'm gonna try and find the answer. It says it depends on how you define sleep.
Ooh, how mysterious! They're
Oh.
playing.
So
they're playing
sharks-
real coy with.
We're not
us.
sure sharks are able to suspend their consciousness, although it may be possible. So they probably.
So they might sleep and they might not.
Whoa! How do we not know this? We need to send a research team out immediately.
Me!
Yeah, Brian and I are gonna do a documentary on whether sharks sleep.
We have been looking for a documentary.
That would be pretty cool.
Okay, here's kind of a neat paragraph. It says, of the shark species that do not swim, or that do need to swim constantly to keep water moving over their gills, these sharks seem to have an active period and then restful periods rather than undergoing deep sleep. So they seem to be able to sleep swim with parts of their brain less active.
So it's like a autopilot type of thing.
I think so. Yeah, that's interesting.
Sharks have inner Ubers. They have inner Ubers. Inner self-driving Ubers.
So this is interesting. I just looked up, are there any animals or types of creatures that don't sleep? And it says arthropods, crustaceans, arachnids, insects, don't sleep, but they enter a metabolic slow-down state called torpor.
That's when it's easy to kill the fly.
It says you need a brain to sleep, so jellyfish and coral do not sleep, nor do
What?
sponges. And bacteria and fungi do not sleep either.
Well, I've always considered fungi more like plants.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of interesting. So you'll never catch a jellyfish sleeping, despite what I've seen on SpongeBob.
I feel like
Or slipping.
SpongeBob's. I feel like jellyfish always just exist, and they don't actually do anything except electrocute people and like pollute the waters.
So
around
how did
Japan.
SpongeBob have so much energy if he didn't sleep?
I don't know, because he has a bed and you always see him sleep.
Well, he has
You're right.
eyes and a brain and a mouth.
That's true.
This is true.
So
He's a
I think he's
mutation.
special.
But the jellyfish didn't have brains.
No, I don't think so.
But they were often asleep. That's how SpongeBob would get his net around them.
That's true. That's true.
Well, Bikini Bottom's where the nuclear bomb went off. So now I'm mutant.
Is that one of
Mutant
those
jellyfish
one of
that
those fan
sleep.
theories that's like...
I
And
think
sponges
Bikini
have
Bottom
brains.
is really where a nuclear bomb went off.
Or is
Yeah,
this just
Bikini
a
Bottom.
nightmare?
Bikini Atoll. Yeah, that's where the nuclear bomb went off.
Ah.
Or a nuclear bomb went off.
I did a video once where I basically summarized that all crazy fan theories usually boil down to this show actually takes place in the post-apocalyptic future, or this show is all not real. It's in the dreams or like...
Yeah, that's what
Or
I was
it's
gonna
Ed
say,
and
a
Nettie
lot of
and
them.
we're all in hell.
Oh,
which is
yeah.
also one of my favorites.
Or the shows are watching us.
I haven't heard that
That's
one.
Courage the Cowardly Dog, probably.
Actually, it is kind of weird. Have you ever been watching, like, say, like, that one really cool show, like NBC News, and you realize, like, whoa, all this stuff actually happened in the real world just now. It's almost like they, like, are predicting the present. It's so crazy. They also do that on
serious?
ABC News.
What are you, you're not being serious. I was upset with you. I was like, I don't believe you, Joe. I don't believe
I
you
didn't
at
know.
all.
Joe and his sarcasm are very hard. I don't
Okay.
get it. I don't get it.
So, I googled random facts about sleep,
Okay.
and I have 25 random facts about sleep. And the first one is man is the only mammal that willingly delays sleep, which is hilarious because everything else is just like bye, and it goes to bed.
All right.
And we
Okay.
hate ourselves for some reason, and we don't do that.
That's kind of... I never really thought about that. That's
Dogs
something
don't.
I feel like everything else just kind of goes to sleep when it wants to.
I know cats do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Whenever, wherever.
pretty much.
Yeah.
They
And
do what they want.
babies. But babies aren't people.
You're right.
Whoa. I'm trying to find other interesting ones.
There's supposed to be 25 of them, right?
But most of them are stupid.
Give us a stupid one, too.
More than 8 in 10 survey respondents think people often or sometimes misuse prescription sleep aids. Duh. Then it talks about how caffeine's the most important drug. There are interesting ones in here. I probably
Most
said caffeine.
important drug.
No, I'm sorry. Is that what I said?
Yes.
Popular.
Oh, it's like, that's a weird thing to quantify.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I can't talk.
Because she's sleep deprived.
Oh!
Hey!
Uh-huh.
So this other one is that in general, most healthy adults need 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night. However, some people can function less than 6, and others can't perform at their peak unless they've slept 10. And I think I'm one of the 10 people. Like, I've been sleeping 8 hours every day this week, and I feel like I died. So
I'm usually good on 5 to 6.
Joe.
You know what happens with me?
Hmm.
I'll be so tired, right?
Mm-hmm.
That I'll be calculating how long it'll take me to like sleep, like how long I'm gonna be asleep.
Oh, yeah.
And then by the time I figure out what time to set my alarm for, like, it's like 2 hours left of sleep.
Right.
And I'm like, well, get up. And then I can't get up because I fell asleep.
Oh, no. What a tragedy.
It is a tragedy.
That's a Greek tragedy.
A sleep tragedy.
Oh.
That was a very Joe thing to say.
That was a very Joe thing to say. I'm rubbing off on you, Brian.
You are. I have to leave now.
You're like,
You won't get my topic. I have to go.
You're like, I need to remove myself.
I
for
have
a
to
year.
go. I have too much Joe.
Another one that I think is interesting is the body never adjusts to shift work. So even if you think that you've like adjusted your sleep schedule to match like being awake at night and going to sleep during the day, your body never really quite is down with that.
It never
I have a
forgets.
feeling that's probably because of like your eyes. You know how they talk about the sleeping disorder that blind people have,
No. I've never
where they
heard of that.
sleep during the day, or because they don't know, like, you know how light affects how like.
Melatonin.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
That's
Okay.
interesting. I never thought about that.
I never thought about that either. That's pretty
that's
interesting.
Neat. Yeah. So yeah.
I guess there's some blind people who can like.
It's called like 924 or something.
There's like some blind people who can see light but can't like distinguish anything from like if they're in a room and someone turns on a lamp, like they can see that there was a light turned on.
Yeah.
But outside of that, they can't tell anything else except these auras, really.
Right.
Yeah.
People who don't get enough sleep are more likely to have bigger appetites, which I haven't noticed
Huh.
myself.
Well, they do say when you sleep more, you lose more weight.
Do they?
Yeah.
Why did they say that?
A lot of places. Look
I've
it
never
up.
heard that before.
Let's fact check it.
Fact check me. Or it's easier to lose weight or something like that.
That might be it.
Well, it does say when you don't get enough sleep,
You gain weight.
you eat more.
Yeah.
Oh, and I think that just has to do with like being in tune with your body and what it wants and doesn't want. Like if you mess up one thing, it's all gonna get out of whack. So
Because Women's Health Mag says even if you eat the same diet as your friend, if you're not getting the sleep your body needs, you won't drop as much fat as them.
that's interesting.
Boom.
For our sponsor this week, I'm trying something a little bit different that we've never tried before.
Awesome.
One of our favorite sponsors.
Awesome.
I've made a little jingle of sorts.
Oh my gosh.
A little jingle
Oh,
for our
no.
sponsor. Let's see if they take to it. Maybe they'll buy it off of me.
I'm
Go.
scared.
Okay, ready?
I'm sorry in advance.
Are you ready? Who let the dogs out? Who? Who let the dogs
I
out?
quit the podcast.
Oh, please don't sue us.
Our sponsor this week
The
is
Baha Men are listening to the podcast.
Then I just stopped like, our sponsor this week is audible.com. No, our sponsor this week is barkbox.com.
Let the dogs out.com.
If you have a pooch that barks, this is the experience for you. Welcome to a whole new world of joy with your dog. It's essentially like a monthly Christmas for your dog.
Oh, the teeth. Oh, boy.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that might be copyright. In fact, I'm willing to bet it is.
It can't play in the background.
Maybe, I don't know. It's kind of a weird middle ground.
Sue me.
Oh, God.
This episode is brought to you by the Baha Men's lawsuit on Amber Johnson.
Ew. Maybe I'll win and they can pay for my college.
BarkBox is pretty cool because, like I said, it's a monthly Christmas for your dog. There's a theme every month, and they'll send you things that they know your dog will like snacks and chew toys and other cool things. And if your pup doesn't totally love an item in their BarkBox, they'll send them a replacement for free. No muss, no fuss, no disappointed pups. That's what I like to say. So they've tested this out with different kinds of dogs, and you can get different sizes for small dogs, medium dogs, big dogs, imaginary dogs, any kind of dog.
Imaginary dog.
Yeah, maybe not that. Well, I guess you could still get BarkBox for an imaginary dog. If you would like to get it for
Clifford.
your Clifford, you can go to getbarkbox.com/canyouNot for an extra free month of BarkBox. How does that sound? That sounds
Cool.
pretty legit.
The
That's
Baha
pretty
Men
rough.
released another album in 2015.
What?
Oh,
And it didn't even make my
snap.
best of top 10 list?
How many?
They also
How many
performed the
people are
halftime
there
show for
in
the
Baja?
New York Giants Dallas Cowboys football game on October 25th, 2015.
What?
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 I don't know how many.
Not at the dog pound?
2, 3, 4, 5.
Did you know that the
6,
Baha
7,
Men have
8,
apparently
9.
been around since 1980?
What?
What? the-
1980 to 2015.
What
But
are
they're
they even
still
doing?
around.
Oh my
60.
goodness.
This is great.
Oh my god.
This is
Oh,
wonderful.
that was great.
Wow.
That was-
Anyway, get BarkBox.
My topic is kind of a game, kind of.
What?
So, I used to have these really bad nightmares.
Night terrors?
Whichever.
I think night terrors have to be diagnosed.
Ah.
Well, nightmares then. And Shelby used to help me. I don't know if it was interpret the dreams or say what she thought they would mean. Sometimes her dad would help me. So I thought we could say our favorite nightmare or dream, and then one of us interpret that nightmare.
The other person's nightmare
or dream. Yes.
Oh man.
I say we start with Amber.
Oh god, I gotta think of one. I don't even remember what I dreamed last.
Well, what's a dream that you remember from your past? It doesn't have to be an immediate past.
So one time I had a dream that I was in a lighthouse eating spaghetti, and it was in Lake Erie, and I was with my math teacher, Mr. Church. He's my math teacher in 8th grade. He's also one of my soccer coaches. And it was cool and we were fine. And I had to walk home and it was really cloudy and it was getting ready to thunderstorm. And like the sidewalk was really clean. It was super weird. And I was like walking and then somebody started chasing me and I'm like running down the road. And I saw my house at the end of my road and this guy's still chasing me, starting to thunderstorm. And I got through the gate, but then once I got to the back door, I couldn't get my key out fast enough. So I'm like at the door, but I couldn't get my key out fast enough to open the door. Then I woke up.
So what could that mean?
Should I say or should you say?
I
You
think
both.
you should say.
Okay.
You're a good interpreter.
I'm scared.
I think the lighthouse represents the wind turbines that you've climbed.
I had this dream like in junior high.
Yeah, it was a prophecy that came
The
true.
future.
And I think
Why would a
I agree.
lighthouse
I
represent
second
a
that
wind
notion.
turbine?
and I
Because
think akin to the Plain Dealer article where poor Amber Johnson is terrified to climb
So what does the spaghetti represent?
Well,
Is the real question.
Well, the spaghetti clearly represents her fear of Italians.
I'm not afraid of Italians.
You're just really afraid to admit that you're xenophobic.
Well, where is that a fear in the dream then?
Well,
Because you can't just pull it out of nowhere.
Maybe that's who you were running from.
well,
It was a bald guy who looked similar to my teacher. My teacher, I do not think was Italian.
but your teacher was Italian.
You don't even know, Mr.
Yes, I
Church,
do. I
right?
hooked up with them once.
What?
Don't say that about my teacher.
What?
That's weird. You're weird.
Oh.
And he was Italian, and we had a delicious dinner of spaghetti.
I don't know what I thought you were going to say after delicious, but it wasn't dinner.
Oh my god.
That was great. Good job.
I'm glad I interpreted it properly. I'm glad I did this right.
Now we need a Joe dream.
Oh, Joe Dream. There was a nightmare I had when I was like, I want to say like 6 years old. And I dreamt that I was eating Flintstones multivitamins. But they turned into real Flintstones inside my stomach.
Oh
my God.
Inside you?
Yeah, but they were tiny, and I was terrified because I was like, there's little people inside of me, and they can't get out, and they're fighting to get out, and I didn't know what to do.
Whoa, I think this is extreme. Oh my god. Joe has characters inside him.
It was horrific enough that I still remember it to this
Joe
day.
And he has to get
multiple
them out.
personality disorder.
He has to get them out. This is where the craziness
still
comes
Inside
from.
my stomach.
They're still in there.
Because, yeah, Fred Flintstone and Barney Rubble are inside my stomach determining my
I
personality.
think it means that Joe has a taste for character.
I think it means Joe has
That
an
was deep.
overactive imagination.
I think it means I'm afraid of Italians.
Oh wow,
Afraid of Italian.
that's something.
I wish there was like a website for like you could just post your dream and
There
someone
are,
tell you
but
what
like,
they think
those
it
are
means.
lame.
Yeah, most dreams are boring. Most of the time, no one wants to hear other people's dreams.
You're right.
Brian, let's
All
hear
right.
a dream.
Let me give you. I'll give you guys the nightmare that I told Shelby so many times,
The nightmare before.
and it
Christmas.
reoccurred like multiple times.
Oh man.
So I'm driving up DeSoto, which is a street near my house, and there is a car coming. It's like a truck. It's a blue pickup truck, and it like smashes into me, right?
Oh.
And then like tons of people come jumping out of this pickup truck, and they all have on Brian masks. and they kidnap me.
Oh.
And I hear voices of people that I know, like my mom and like my dad, brothers, family members, and they all have on these Brian masks, and they like stab me and they throw me in the back of this truck. And then I don't remember the rest of the dream, but it was pretty crazy. I know that.
I think that should be the beginning to our new thriller movie.
Our thriller movie?
Yeah.
But that would be like it'd be the kind of movie where it starts towards the end, and it doesn't.
It goes back.
And it pauses. And goes, you're probably wondering how.
Well, it all began on that fateful day 1 week ago.
So I know what your dream means.
What does it mean?
Uh-oh.
It means that you see parts of yourself that you do not like in others, and you are afraid that both those parts outside of you and within you are going to stab you and throw you in a truck.
I think it means, Brian, that
you're afraid of Italians.
I must be afraid of Italians.
You're afraid that you're secretly Italian, so you see yourself.
I actually was afraid of Little Italy for quite a while.
Oh, really?
With good reason, though, because black people usually are not very welcome in Little Italy.
My cousin lives in Little Italy.
Yes, and we were there for the daytime.
Oh, I remember that. You were there because we filmed outside his place. I forgot about that.
I have friends that live in Little Italy.
Brian, I think your dream means that you were actually in a matrix, and you're realizing that the people around you are not actually real. They're all just figments of your own imagination, so you just see yourself reflected in it.
Hey, Jesse.
Hi, Jesse.
Hello.
Figment of my imagination.
So, one of my favorite dreams that isn't really recurring, but that I have similar versions of it, is I have stress dreams a lot. And usually what they involve is I'm doing something in real life, but hovering, over my vision is some kind of math equation. So, the first time it happened, it was differential equations, and then, 2 nights ago it happened, and it was a thing called a 2-port system for circuits. And, I both am asleep, and then I start waking up, and then I fall back asleep again, and the whole time I'm trying to do something, but I'm not allowed to do anything until I solve this impossible math equation that's hovering, right in front of me.
Oh, no.
It is the worst.
Oh.
You know what the best dreams are?
Not those.
When you can fly.
I've only ever had one of those.
Oh my gosh, I love flying.
I had a magical flying scooter, and that was the only flying dream I ever got.
You had an E.T. dream.
It was like a scooter, like a one of those razor scooters.
Oh yeah, those
Even
are
better. I think we need a Jesse dream.
Yeah, Jesse, give us a favorite dream of yours, and we'll interpret it for you.
It's Can You Not, so I can't say it out loud.
Oh man.
Oh.
Ruh-roh.
Every single dream means that you hate Italians, though, so it's fine.
Or that you're afraid of them at the very least.
There was.
Oh, you spilled water.
Yeah. So, there was a dream where I was stuck, but I didn't know where I was going. So it's kind of like a Matrix Inception thing.
That was just a metaphor for my whole life.
Exactly. but then I realized that I just closed my eyes in the middle of the day, and I wasn't asleep.
I was right.
And then I realized it was 2016. So.
That was like a real Twilight Zone
Yeah,
dream.
I had a dream once that Donald Trump became president. How messed up is that?
Oh my gosh. I watched this movie the other day where they gave Donald Trump AIDS.
What?
Yes. At the end of the movie, Donald Trump got AIDS.
What is this movie?
It was what's that movie where the guy, Sacha Cohen, finds his brother? No, he finds his brother and his brother's a secret agent.
I didn't know Borat.
They gave Donald Trump and Daniel Radcliffe AIDS.
Okay. What do you think that dream means?
Oh, I don't know. It wasn't really a dream, just a movie.
It was a dream that became a fictional reality. All movies started as dreams once, Brian.
You're right.
One time I had a dream that I was asleep on my futon,
Yes.
and then I fell asleep, and then I woke up in the dream, and then I woke up and I was asleep on my futon.
Oh my god.
The Flintstones return inside of Joe.
That is literally the creepiest thing I've ever heard.
You thought I was
Joe
disturbed?
had a dream that he was eating Flintstones vitamins and they were turning into little people inside of his stomach and they couldn't get out.
This is like when I was like 6 and I was like so disturbed.
And
I
it's
thought you were
stuck
about to say like
in
6
his head.
days ago.
No, not 6 days ago.
That's
But they're still
terrifying.
in there.
Those vitamins. Broke ass.
Oh,
We need more dreams.
But we're out
me
of time.
too.
We are?
Tragically,
Yeah.
We need more dreams than nightmares.
I need more sleep.
What did we learn today, friends?
Joe's scary.
Yeah, Joe's pretty. Joe's
Brian
pretty
also has
terrifying.
pretty scary dreams.
I do.
I'm afraid of math, so that's fine.
And Jesse is afraid of everything. He's afraid of the world that he lives in and closes his eyes in and then opens them up in.
It sounds like lyrics to a Creed song.
Joe, what'd you learn?
I learned that maybe if we get more sleep, I can get us back $411 billion
For the podcast?
that we can use on the podcast to do a world global tour.
Dumb.
And also make our own, like, state.
Tour.
How the fuck do you say tour?
Tour?
Tour.
Tour?
Hype?
Oh, is tour not how you say it?
I say tour.
I don't know, but it's funny.
Isn't it weird?
Maybe it's a white
No,
person
like
thing.
Amber, you still say it differently than him.
Really?
Is it a white person thing?
It might be.
I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
Say it again.
Tour?
Tour?
Tour.
Like rhymes with
Like, it's like there's
It's just
one,
like
and
tour.
then you're two, and then you're tour.
Yeah, like rhymes with sewer.
Tour.
Tour. Tour.
Oh, tour.
I'm
is
going
probably
on
right.
tour.
Tour? Like repertoire?
Tour.
I don't hear it.
Tour.
Yeah, like I've never realized
Tour.
that this was a thing.
Let's
white
let's
people
check
say.
I can't really
pronunciation.
tell it's a thing.
Tour. Tour. Tour.
Tour. Tour.
Tour.
Tour.
So yeah,
Tour.
Tour.
that is closer to the
Tour.
tour is I guess.
Toir.
Tour. I can't even
Why
say
are
tour.
you saying tour?
I don't
That's
know
what he
I don't know how to
It's
say it.
French.
I don't know how to
That, I
say
take
it.
credit.
Oh, I thought the video said tour.
No, he said
Tour.
I can't,
Tour.
Tour.
wait.
Tour. He said it so
Is it-
fast. Tour.
Tour. Tour.
Tour.
Can this be the whole episode?
This is literally the moment that Joe realized he's been saying height his whole life.
He's been saying what?
Oh
He used to
yeah,
say
I did that for
height
the longest
instead of
time.
height.
I didn't realize.
For everything.
I never realized I was saying it wrong, and then
Height,
Jesse.
isn't height legitimate?
No. It
It's
turns
not
out it
in the
wasn't,
dictionary.
but my dad said it, and people I knew said it, so I
No,
picked
but
up
I
on
think
it.
height is
Say what?
height is
Instead of height?
height.
Yeah, I
I
was
think
saying
that's a
height.
legitimate.
Isn't that-
Okay, if
With
it's
an
not,
F?
it's not though.
Like flamingo?
Using it incorrectly though.
Like
Well,
like
I know. I meant
flamingo
like
height?
it's the same thing as a
height
height.
with a F?
When he looked this up, he found out it was wrong.
Yeah,
I
it
remember
says
this day.
it says the noun form of broad is breadth, the noun form of long is length, and the noun form of wide is width. Because of this, some people follow the pattern and say height with the th at the end of the word high. That is not standard English.
I thought
The
he
correct
meant
form.
F.
Their correct form is height.
Hey Brian, and guess what? Finna is in the dictionary.
Finna?
Finna.
That's
Finna is
awesome.
in the dictionary.
And so is the
This is
crying.
a-
Do you hear that, Shelby? So I'm finna go buy you a dictionary, and we finna look it up,
She calls up.
and you finna acknowledge that I say finna sometime.
The
So
crying
you just
face.
gotta
The
call
crying
on
face
it.
emoji. The crying face emoji is also.
We had this conversation. It's stupid.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I'm so upset
We
at
did a whole
emojis in the
episode.
dictionary. It's dumb.
Oh man. We
The
need to
real
wrap
question is bruh in the dictionary.
B-R-U-H.
Yes.
Bruh's in the
Bruh.
dictionary. Just kind of like bruh.
Oh man, this episode's so long.
This episode's disgusting, and I hate it.
If
Don't
you-
trim it at all. This
If
is
you
the
want to
greatest.
check out more episodes, you can go to soundcloud.com/CYN podcast. We're on iTunes. Give us a rating and we'll read it on air. Email us at canyounotpodcast@gmail.com. Follow us on the Twitter and the Facebook. And
Has this
Yeah.
episode not?
Can I know?
can hype not?
Why do you guys?
I'm toi? Toi?
Why?
Toi?